This is going to quantum jump you past a bunch of quantum jumping lessons. All right. So, this is basically 25 years of quantum jumping in 20 minutes. The first thing you need to understand before we get started is that this entire transmission right now is going to be the jump. So, as you're watching, watch the whole entire thing and then follow along with what I'm doing, okay? You're gonna feel some shifts in your body. You're also gonna start noticing images and stuff like that come to you. So you just have to allow yourself to have the full experience. Otherwise, imagine that you're going through a warp tunnel and we're all going towards the end, but you jump off early from the jump. You're gonna end up somewhere totally different than where I'm actually trying to take you, okay? So try to stay on the ride the entire way. So take a deep breath. One of the first things you need to understand is when you're quantum jumping, your breath actually does play a huge role into it. There's a bunch of people who talk about quantum jumping, but they only talk about like the mechanics from a quantum perspective. You have to understand that your body is a part of this, okay? So every time you take a deep breath, you're actually anchoring in the soul aspect of you that you want to be embodying. So think about your soul as like a massive closet, and then your spirit goes into your soul, picks out an outfit and says, hey, this is who I'm going to show up as in whatever timeline or reality, right? You have an outfit for the ancient Egyptian pharaoh. You have an outfit for Excel right now. You have an outfit for your grandma 27 years from now, right? Like there's this energy behind it. I don't know where that 27 comes from, but there's this energy that you have to allow yourself to really like sit with and relax into, and understanding that when you breathe, breathing brings in rhythm, okay? Rhythm with this vibration of expansion. So your breath is going to be different than mine, but you want to just fall into this ebb and flow of breathing. As you do it, you're going to start noticing that your perception is kind of changing already, right? So like right now you might be feeling like you're a little bit high even though you're not doing massive breath work because your consciousness has changed. You may feel a little bit more lucid or even more focused. Now, as you go deeper into this, everything that has to do with quantum jumping is your perception, the way you look at yourself in reality, okay? The way you look at reality, the way you look at yourself looking at reality, okay? So there's layers to it. There's a multidimensional framework in your mind that you can work with. So take a deep breath, close your eyes, and imagine yourself or think about yourself. If you can't imagine yourself, just think about yourself. Think about your qualities, think about who you are, think about what you want to do with your life. If you can imagine yourself almost like you're astral projecting, seeing yourself from outside your body, then do that as well. Whichever one will still get you to the next step that I want you to be in. Now, what you're doing is you're observing yourself through a different lens in reality. You've literally changed the dimension in which you're looking at yourself from. If you're thinking about all your qualities, you're looking at yourself from the second dimension upward towards the third. If you can see yourself out of body, then you're looking at yourself from the fourth dimension onto the third. Neither one is right or wrong, it's just a different way of doing it. So if you're already noticing that you're falling even deeper into some sort of trance, or your brain is kind of like expanding, is because now you're in motion with the quantum jump, right? First, you need to breathe so you can relax your body into it. Then you have to go ahead and open up your mind to the perception of being in the motion of quantum jumping. It's a movement, but it's not a physical movement. It's a movement that's happening in your anatomy itself. Your DNA is what's shifting reality because your soul and your spirit are shifting themselves. Take a deep breath in. Put all of your attention at your crown chakra. And as you put your attention on the crown chakra, allow yourself to think of a chakra right above it, floating, just a couple inches above. Connect to that chakra that's above, like a halo. And then as you're sitting with that feeling, if you feel like there's more energy opening up, what you're doing is you're transcending the limits of your own body, because the outer chakras, they manipulate reality as a whole. The inner chakras still do too, but the outer chakras are more like the base wiring behind reality. The inner chakras are how you materialize the outer chakras into the physical body. So a lot of times we get focused on only the 7 chakras, but we don't think about the other ones that actually exist. There's even sub chakras as well. Quantum jumping is about the way energy runs through your body because you're readjusting the perception of your spirit. Okay, so your spirit is what's witnessing and seeing everything right now and holding it into place. There has to be an observer. The observer is the spirit. The spirit chose to go through soul, pick a specific timeline and reality, and then enter that. Every time you start doing the breath work and you reconnect with the momentum of being back in the closet, you can change what outfit you're wearing through your spirit's choice, and then you can step into an alternate reality. Right now, if you feel like reality is spinning around you, or you feel really hot, or you kind of feel like, whoa, I'm really like out of it, that's because you're shifting reality right now. Taking a deep breath in, relaxing your mind, and I want you to just try to let go of any of the tension that you hold on to your body right now. So, like, let go of any pain. If you are feeling any pain, sometimes when you relax into it, the pain tends to go away. If you are feeling anxiety, try to like imagine that you're holding on to the anxiety and that you have the ability to just kind of like let it go and do something else. You don't have to hold on to it anymore. If you are feeling just generalized stress throughout the day and tension from just reality, allow yourself to relax into the muscles, into the body, into your mind. That next shift that you're having, you're even higher up. Now we're going to go ahead and talk to your spirit directly. I want you to imagine that you're talking to your spirit, whether you're thinking about, okay, I'm going to talk to my spirit, or you can see your spirit, whatever works, but connect to that aspect of your spirit. You're going to feel something click once you've connected to it. And then you're just going to take a deep breath in. And you're going to ask your spirit to remove any blockages towards you being happy right now. Please remove any blockages towards me being happy right now. And then relax into what happens next. If you feel a really intense frequency running through your body right now, or you feel like you're shifting or you're having a download, that's your spirit shifting reality around you. This is literally what people call mind over matter. It's not super complicated. It is literally how you warp reality. There's a lot of like manipulations that are given out there, and they kind of sort of move reality, but they're still based off of the physical realm instead of just allowing you to put yourself in the right place at the right moment in time to shift reality. Notice that I'm not manifesting the future. I'm not fixing the past. I'm placing all of us, right? Or you're placing yourself even in the right dimension at the right time, which is giving you this experience that you're feeling right now, okay? So if you feel a little bit higher, you're like, whoa, right? That's because you are actively shifting. This is what it feels like to be shifting. When people say I'm constantly quantum shifting, the people who are saying it for real are feeling it this way. Now you have to force yourself to feel this way by constantly practicing when you are having a really bad experience in your life, or if you feel like you can't make it through, or you're being tested, or you're even happy and you feel comfortable, because a lot of times when you're happy and you're comfortable, you stop doing these practices and you stay stagnant. So it's not just even the negative, it's just like the overabundance of positivity can make you slow down anyway. Now, quantum jumping is happening all the time, right? Like, what you don't see the jump yet. The jump comes after the shift, okay? Shifting is what we're doing right now. We're quantum shifting, mind over matter. The quantum jump happens within time in a way. Like, reality now externally has to catch up to what you just did. Now, if you feel us coming right back down, it's because we're not quantum jumping right now. We're just taking a second from the shift that we went into. Now you're gaining clarity and you're starting to see what the experience is like, right? So then all I want you to do is take a deep breath. And in a way, I'll share something with you, right? Like, this is me quantum jumping. I've been wanting to be more on YouTube, but I always overcomplicate it. So, Spirit has been telling me just do what you do best, which is meditate and teach people live. I like to teach you live. That's exactly how I like to do things, right? And I don't like to overcomplicate it. I do a lot of Zoom videos, Zoom teachings in our academy. Check out the links in the descriptions below. And I really enjoy just guiding you through the process instead of having to film and produce things that are like overly complicated. So this is me quantum jumping already, showing you what I love to do. Part of quantum jumping happens faster if you're in alignment with something you love to do. I can force myself to make content that I think is going to like generate a lot of views, or I can make content that I'm in love with and it will help me quantum shift to my objective even faster. Now, I'm not really sure what the end objective fully is because I'm leaving room for something beyond what I'm calling in. So, taking another deep breath, we're going to go ahead and we're going to jump one more time, all right? This time it's going to be even more powerful. I want you to take a deep breath, relax your mind, and I want you to think about the smallest thing you can think about. Think about an atom if you can. Imagine an atom if you can't think about one. It's the tiniest, tiniest, tiniest thing imaginable. As you focus on that, you're going to start feeling a tingling in your head, or like your third eye is opening, or you're starting to fall into some sort of trance slowly. This is because your consciousness is witnessing or thinking about the frequency it's attuned to an atom, essentially, or the smallest thing that you're thinking about. Now, that's the power of consciousness. Just thinking about that thing is enough to start making you feel a sensation. If we're both feeling it right now, we're both transcending time and space. Doesn't matter when you're watching this video, if we're both having the same experience, the only explanation is that we're literally sitting in front of each other, right? So then just taking that deep breath in, you have to make that your new normal. You have to just think about, okay, whoa, like if we're both meditating in real time and I'm feeling reactions, what is reality? What is time? What is space? Sink into that. The more you sink into it, you start feeling your energy expand, right? And as your energy ends up expanding, you have to only recognize I'm quantum shifting right now. If you don't recognize the perception of what it feels like and what you know to be quantum shifting, you cannot shift regularly and easily. Notice how I'm guiding you through it easily because I know where the frequency, I know where the vibration is. I just have to enter the vibration by thinking about it. And then where do I want to go? That's all I have to do. So now take another deep breath, relax into anything that you're feeling right now, any tension. Let go of any fear that you can, any skepticism that you can. And as you feel the energy continue to open, I just want you to think about happiness. Think about how amazing it feels to be happy. Think about being free and freed into happiness. Think about how happiness feels. What color is happiness? If happiness was a light, how bright would that light be and what color would that light be? If happiness is a sound, what sound is that? If it's a shape, what shape is that? If it's an animal, what animal is it? And as you connect to happiness more and more and more, just thinking about it and changing the way you think about it, you're tapping into different perceptions of happiness. The more your mind opens and your consciousness expands, whatever reaction you're feeling is because you're having a download on a greater aspect of happiness. You're basically downloading like the infinity file of happiness. Relax into it, you'll feel more energy come in. And then as you're sitting in this energy, recognize, whoa, this has been easy. This has been available to me my entire life. And I just forgot. Just say I forgot. Now I remember. Deep breath in. Now I'm going to, in real time right now, manipulate your energy, okay? So just take a deep breath. I'm not going to do anything to hurt you. Nothing I do hurts you at all. 3, 2, 1. And as I do this, just take a deep breath. Notice how you feel. If you feel like an intense energy coming through you, or you feel like you're being elated, maybe you hear mantras, or you're thinking about really good moments in your life, you might be even crying, coughing, shaking, feeling like drawing. Whatever reaction you're having right now that you can noticeably feel from the manipulation I just did means that time and space is not real. We're literally right now in the same space at the same time. You want to know why it's hitting you so hard and you're feeling it this way? It's because I've trained myself for over 25 years to be able to perceive this exactly how it is. And notice how easy it was. It was just breathing, recognizing that you can see yourself from different angles in reality, choosing to see yourself from those different angles of reality, and communicating with yourself from that higher level of awareness. Once you do that, you fall into this trance, this vortex, this opening. It's constantly opening. And of course, like, you're going to have shitty days anyway. But when you're having the vortex happen, you're in it for such a long time, and you do have a bad day, you can at least be like, okay, I know how to get into a vortex of happiness. I know how to get into a vortex of higher awareness, right? Like, I know how to be in alignment with myself as I do this. So this is 20 years explained in a telepathic way, in a way you didn't really know that you were basically talking to me telepathically. We're talking through energy, frequency, and vibration. Telepathic thoughts are like mind to mind, emotion to emotion, soul to soul, spirit to spirit. So then these energies, they co-create, and you had a download that transcends physical words, physical descriptions. You had to experience it to fully understand it. And this is what quantum Reiki is all about. This is what the Antojai shamanic method is all about. Right? It's all about actually having the experience, which produces tangible results. A lot of times people like overcomplicate it with all these different manipulations, but you can do it if you know where to look and how to communicate with the cosmos. That's one of the things that I'm always constantly trying to get you to understand. Antohai is the language of reality. It's the language of the ascended masters. So it allows you to do something way beyond quantum jumping. It allows you to actually open up your reality to things that you can't even understand with physical words. You can only experience them. And if you allow yourself to do this all the time, you can't help but see how your reality transforms and shifts and changes in amazing ways. So if you want to have a one-on-one coaching session with me, we can work for several months together and really bring you to the next level. All of my clients end up really seeing huge transformative events happen in their life in just as little as like a week. you are going to have an amazing experience. Okay. So, yeah, just check out the links in the descriptions. I'll attach a playlist here of testimonials, and I'll catch you in our next quantum jumping session. Antojai.